Hey everyone, and welcome back to Investing Talk podcast. We always have the most interesting companies on our radar, and today is no different.
Oh, yeah, this one's got everyone talking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Today we're talking about Marqeta, a company that's been creating a ton of buzz.
And some serious head scratching.
You got it. For those who may not be familiar,
Those who are just tuning in?
right, Marqeta is a big player in the fintech world.
A real powerhouse.
Yeah, they're basically a one-stop shop for card issuing and payment processing.
But here's the thing.
Yeah, what makes them so interesting?
What sets them apart is their focus. They're all in on these new and,
like the really fast-growing parts of digital finance.
Exactly.
So think instant pay for your delivery apps.
Those cutting-edge digital banks.
Even some of those alternative lending apps that everyone's using.
They're right in the thick of it.
I mean, at the heart of the fintech revolution.
Yeah, it's a revolution.
It really is.
Yeah.
And that's what makes this whole story so fascinating.
So fascinating.
Because on the one hand, they're in these exploding areas of finance, right?
Red hot.
But then we get this news that kind of shakes things up.
Shook things up, for sure.
Marqeta slashed their 2025 growth outlook in their Q3 2024 announcement. Big time.
Yeah, they're saying it's because of increased regulatory scrutiny
and changes to some of their customer programs.
Which, that was a big one.
It was, and it definitely spooked investors.
Yeah, because remember, we've been seeing tighter regulations all over the financial sector and
any uncertainty.
Any hint of uncertainty at all.
Yeah, everyone just starts selling.
Stampede for the exits.
And the stock really tanked after that announcement.
Plunged, like straight down.
It went from $5.95 share to $3.42.
Yeah, in just 2 days.
November 4th and 5th, 2024.
Ouch.
Yeah, a 42% drop.
That'll get your attention.
It really will.
Yeah.
And then, as if that wasn't enough, there's this class action lawsuit hanging over Marqeta.
Looming.
With the deadline of February 7th, 2025.
Which just happens to be today.
Right. As we're recording this. So, I mean, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Does this just add more fuel to the fire?
Definitely adds another layer of complexity.
More uncertainty.
For sure. Well, we can't really speculate on what's going to happen with the lawsuit.
Yeah, I mean,
it's out there.
It's something to keep an eye on.
Absolutely. Listeners, it's essential to do your own research on this one.
Yeah, court cases can drag on forever.
It can really drain a company's resources.
Hurt their reputation.
Not to mention investor confidence.
Exactly. So we've got these regulatory issues and a legal battle brewing.
Yeah, not exactly a walk in the park.
But on the flip side, Marqeta is still a leader in these super hot areas of finance.
Like we were saying.
On-demand delivery, digital banking.
The whole shebang.
These markets are on fire right now.
Absolutely. It's not just hype.
It's not just a fad.
No, these are massive markets that are only getting bigger.
So how big are we talking?
Back in 2019, these emerging segments, they were already doing over $2 trillion in card transactions.
Wow, $2 trillion.
And get this. That number is projected to more than double by 2023.
Wait, so almost $5 trillion?
$4.8 trillion to be exact.
That's mind-blowing.
And that's just a couple of years away.
And Marqeta, they're right there at the forefront. So let's talk about their stock.
Yeah, let's get into it.
As of today, February 7th, 2025, it's sitting at $3.85 a share. But the average analyst target is $5.62.
Which means there's a potential upside of almost 46%.
So are the analysts saying this stock is a buy?
Well, it's not that simple. We need to look at this with a balanced perspective. Those analyst price targets, they're all over the map.
What do you mean?
Some are as low as $4. Others are as high as $10.
Wow, so a pretty big range.
Yeah, and that tells us there's a lot of uncertainty surrounding Marqeta's future. Plus, we got to look at the technical indicators.
Oh yeah, what are those saying?
It's a mixed bag.
Meaning?
Slightly leaning bearish.
So we've got this push and pull with Marqeta, a company facing real challenges, but in a market with huge growth potential. So the big question for our listeners today is...
What do you think?
Is Marqeta a risky bet with a potential for a big payoff? Or are all these headwinds just too much?
Let's dig a little deeper into Marqeta's financials, see what's really going on.
Yeah, let's break it down. What are the numbers telling us?
Well, one thing that stands out is their earnings per share, their EPS.
Okay.
It's expected to drop.
Right.
Yeah, by a lot.
How much?
Nearly 30% annually.
Wow, that's a big red flag. What's behind that?
It's tough to say for sure, but it's likely a few things all happening at once. You know those tighter regulations we talked about?
Yeah.
Those often mean higher compliance costs for companies like Marqeta.
Makes sense.
And then, of course, you've got the lawsuit.
Right, which we don't know how that's going to play out.
Exactly. And on top of all that, there are those customer program changes they mentioned.
Yeah, which we still need more details on.
We do. It'd be helpful to see exactly how those changes are impacting their bottom line.
Absolutely. So we've got declining earnings per share, a lawsuit, and regulatory pressures. Not a great combo.
Not ideal. And then there's their return on equity.
Which is,
Not looking so hot either.
what's the forecast?
Negative 8.9% in 3 years.
So that basically means...
They might not be using their equity efficiently.
Okay, so those are some serious financial concerns. But don't forget, they're in these high-growth markets with huge potential upside.
Right. It's that classic dilemma.
Risk versus reward.
Exactly. You have these powerful trends working in their favor, the whole shift towards digital finance.
Which is happening globally.
It's happening everywhere, and Marqeta's right there in the middle of it all.
But their current financials and these external pressures are definitely making investors nervous. So how do we balance those two things?
Well, it really comes down to each investor's individual risk tolerance. What are your goals?
And how much risk are you willing to take?
Right. If you believe Marqeta can weather the storm and really capitalize on this massive market opportunity, then this might be a good time to buy.
While the price is down.
Exactly. But if you're more cautious,
Risk averse.
right, then it might be wise to wait and see how things play out.
So it's really a judgment call.
It is.
Okay, so we talked about those technical indicators earlier, and you said they were giving us mixed signals,
Yeah.
leaning a bit bearish. Can you unpack that a little? What are those indicators actually saying?
Sure. So the moving average score is 23, which does suggest bearish sentiment.
Okay.
But then you've got the oscillator score of 56, which is more neutral.
Okay.
So overall, the technical score was 40, which basically reinforces that neutral outlook.
So not a super clear signal one way or the other.
No, not really.
But within those indicators, were there any that stood out to you, either bullish or bearish?
Yeah, there were a couple. The EMA 10, the exponential moving average, is actually flashing a bullish signal,
Interesting.
which could mean a short-term bounce.
Okay, so a little bump up.
Possibly. But the simple moving averages, the SMA 20, SMA 50, and SMA 200, those are all pointing toward a bearish trend.
So short term may be up, but long term may be down.
That's the tension we're seeing.
So how do we make sense of all these conflicting signals?
Well, the important thing to remember is that technical analysis is just one tool in the toolbox.
Right, it's not the whole picture.
No, we need to combine it with fundamental analysis. Looking at the company's financials,
Their industry, the overall market.
all of that.
So it's about gathering all the information we can and then using it to make a smart decision,
Exactly. And that's why diversification is so important.
especially in a situation like this.
With all the uncertainty,
Right, so spread that risk around.
don't put all your eggs in one basket, especially with a company like Marqeta where the future is still so up in the air.
Good advice. But even with all these challenges and mixed signals, some analysts are still really bullish on Marqeta,
They are. That average price target of $5.62.
which suggests a big potential gain.
Right. And some analysts are even more optimistic than that.
Oh yeah, how high are they coming?
Some have price targets as high as $10.
Wow.
But it's crucial to remember those are just estimates. They can change quickly based on new information or market shifts.
So even though those price targets can be helpful,
As a guide,
we can't just blindly follow them.
definitely not. You always have to do your own homework, understand the company, the market, the risks, and make sure you're comfortable with it before investing.
Especially with a stock like Marqeta that's been all over the place.
Volatility is the name of the game.
All right, so we've talked about Marqeta's financials.
The regulatory challenges, the lawsuit.
But let's zoom out for a minute and look at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
How does Marqeta fit into the overall fintech landscape?
That's the million-dollar question. Fintech is such a dynamic space, new players popping up all the time.
And the existing companies always innovating.
It's a whirlwind. So to really understand Marqeta's position, we need to look at what they're good at and how that aligns with the big trends in the industry.
Okay, so what are their core strengths and how do those translate into a competitive advantage?
Well, one of their biggest strengths is their technology. They're laser focused on modern card issuing and payment processing, and they've built this platform that's really tailor-made for these new digital businesses.
You're talking about the delivery apps, the digital banks, the alternative lenders.
Exactly. And their technology, it's super flexible, scalable, API-driven, which makes it easy for those companies to integrate Marqeta's solutions right into their own platforms.
So it's not like a one-size-fits-all kind of deal.
No, not at all. It's customizable. It can adapt to the specific needs of these businesses that are,
Constantly evolving.
right. And that's a huge advantage in a market where everything moves so fast.
Where speed and agility are key.
Exactly. These digital businesses need to be able to move quickly. They need to be able to innovate, experiment, and Marqeta's platform gives them the tools to do just that.
Now, we can't talk about Marqeta's strengths without mentioning their partners. I mean, they've got some pretty impressive names on their roster.
They do. We're talking about companies like Square, Instacart, DoorDash.
These are major players.
Huge players. And these partnerships, I think they really speak volumes about Marqeta's technology and their ability to deliver value to these high-growth businesses.
Because these aren't just small niche companies.
No, these are the companies that are changing entire industries.
Disruptors.
And by partnering with them, Marqeta's putting themselves right at the forefront of this whole digital transformation of finance.
Okay, so it sounds like Marqeta has a lot going for it. Cutting-edge technology, strong focus on high-growth markets, these strategic partnerships. But we got to talk about the competition. They're not the only ones playing in this fintech sandbox.
Oh, absolutely not. The competition is fierce, and it's only getting more intense.
So who are some of the other companies that Marqeta's up against?
Well, you've got companies like Stripe,
Okay.
and even some of the traditional payment processors like Visa and MasterCard are trying to adapt to this new world.
So it's a mix of new agile fintech companies and these established giants that are trying to stay relevant.
Right, and that's what makes this space so exciting and so unpredictable.
It's a constant race to innovate.
Exactly. And it's really hard to say who's going to come out on top. The fintech landscape is constantly shifting, and the companies that can adapt the fastest, that can anticipate what's coming next.
Those are the ones that are going to succeed.
No doubt about it.
So where does all this leave us with Marqeta? I mean, we see the good and the bad. They've got a lot of potential, but they're also facing some real headwinds.
Right. I think it comes back to that risk versus reward equation. Marqeta is in a high-growth, high-potential market, but
there are also those regulatory hurdles, the legal challenges, the intense competition.
a lot to consider.
So for our listeners who are thinking about investing in Marqeta, what are some of the key questions they should be asking? What are the things they need to think about?
Well, first off, they need to really understand Marqeta's business model. How do they make money?
Okay, that makes sense.
And then dig into their financials. Don't just look at the current numbers, but look at the projected growth rates, profitability, cash flow.
Right, and don't forget about those regulatory challenges and the lawsuit.
Those are huge factors. And they also need to consider the competitive landscape. Who are Marqeta's biggest rivals? What are their strengths and weaknesses? How is the market changing?
Right, because it's not just about Marqeta in isolation.
Exactly. It's about how they fit into the broader ecosystem.
And I guess the ultimate question is, does Marqeta have what it takes to win in the long run? Do they have a sustainable competitive advantage? Can they keep innovating and stay ahead of the curve?
Those are the big questions, and the answers are going to determine whether Marqeta becomes a dominant force in fintech or whether they fade away.
Well, this has been a great discussion. We've covered a lot of ground today. We talked about Marqeta's financials, their technology, their partners, the regulatory landscape, the competition.
Full 9 yards.
Hopefully this has given our listeners a much better understanding of Marqeta and what's driving their stock price. Remember, investing is all about making smart decisions, and that starts with doing your homework.
Well said.
And on that note, we want to encourage all of our listeners to subscribe to Investing Talk Podcast. Share it with your friends and leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about Marqeta or any other companies you'd like us to cover in future episodes.
We always appreciate your feedback, and we look forward to exploring more investing opportunities with you next time.
Until then, happy investing.